start off with one of the big things that came out of the conference, which was the results of a household survey done by the Human Sciences Research Council. And that had to do with HIV prevalence. Now, this study found that HIV prevalence in South Africa, our prevalence has actually gone up. So it's gone up from about 10.6% up to 12.3% in the 4 years between 2008 and 2012. And the real question should be, are we cutting the number of new infections that we get? Mia, will we ever get to see those numbers? Are we going to find out what the real picture is with HIV in the country?
It will be out in about 2 months from now. Once we have those results, we will be able to see, has the rate of new infections increased or not? One of the reasons for our increase in prevalence could very well be that people are now on ARVs. Many people, 2 million South Africans are on ARVs. And ARVs make you live longer. So you would assume that the proportion of HIV-infected people would now be bigger because previously it would have died when they got older.
There was talk of the PrePex. Lots of talk about the PrePex. That's the World Health Organization approved non-surgical circumcision device. People were talking about the role that it might have in medical male circumcision and also traditional circumcision, if it can have any role in that area as well. Other readers say that they don't think it will be accepted as part of initiation rituals. Mia, what are some of the challenges that could be faced there?
I think the thing that we must remember is that we would have to run some sort of study in South Africa if we were going to involve traditional circumcisers. With regards to whether they will accept it or not, I think there are challenges. And there have been 2 very clear requirements that they've had from traditional circumcisers. The one is that there must be bloodshed, there must be blood involved, and the other issue is that there must be pain. And they did raise the issue that if there's the PrePex has no blood involved. It's a bloodless circumcision. And the pain levels are not as high as for surgical circumcision. So how would you get around those issues? And I did speak to the Congress of Traditional Healers, and they are willing to talk to the government. I think the issue for them is that they have to be treated with respect, and they don't want to feel that a Western practice is forced onto them. They want to not have their tradition undermined, and they would like to feel that they have a say in the matter.
Amy, let's come to you now. You've been looking at some very different issues at the conference. One of the things that you wrote about was about contraception at schools. Because the Minister Aaron Motsoaledi was talking at the conference and he was saying things which I think a lot of people may not agree with, which is that kids have sex and we need to deal with that issue and basically just get over it and get on with the business of making that practice of providing sexual health services easier for them. What was the response to this at the conference?
Most people were in favor of what Motsoaledi said, but in the general population there are obviously very different views from different people.
On that point, we've got one of our readers, Motapo Eldred. He said, good luck with that. Rural black schools, governing bodies will dismiss that as taboo. We had other readers saying things like, this is a cop-out, giving kids contraception at schools is giving them the wrong idea and we should be focusing on behavior.
There's also differing views between departments. The services will be provided through the Integrated School Health Program, which is a partnership between the Department of Health and the Department of Basic Education. The Department of Health is obviously in favor of having these services on site at the schools, but the Department of Basic Education is a little bit more conservative. The solution that they've come up with is that each and every school's governing body can vote whether they want these services on site or not. If they say yes, the mobile clinics will go to the schools, and if they say no, the services will be provided, but at clinics outside the school.
That might be interesting because what you'd end up being able to do is then comparing schools with services to schools without services and seeing if the interventions actually make a difference. And then you could have either a stronger or weaker argument towards providing that service at school. So I suppose either way, we may get what we need to provide those health services for those kids at the end of the day.